All right, so what is up, guys? So, 2024 is about to come to an end, which is pretty sad because this year was a really good year for tech. We saw a lot of new innovative tech products actually hit the line, like the Apple Vision Pro, becoming probably one of the first real spatial computers on your head. Basically, being able to do tasks, being able to mirror your computer, being able to make ultra wide monitors. So, super cool. We also saw advancements in AI just by, seeing Gemini grow. And, a few weeks ago, we actually just got updates for Gemini 2.0. So, that will actually be coming in 2025. So, we've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. But what I want to do is I want to rewind the past. I want to go to 2024, just what everything that I thought was super cool and super neat. And so, yeah, the Apple Vision Pro is one of them. And it's just because it's what I just said. It's literally a computer on your face. It's got so many advancements. It's got AR. It's also just probably the smoothest experience that you'll ever have. Now, will I say that's the most expensive thing ever? Yes, I will. It's about $3,500. So, yeah, you're going to be spending a pretty penny on it. But for some people, that's worth it. So, I definitely think that Apple Vision Pro is a really great product, especially if we're giving a VR slash AR award. We also did see the new MetaQuest, which actually offers great performance for the users who just don't want to pay that pretty penny. I think the MetaQuest is actually really revolutionary, especially just because it's cheaper and works pretty well from the reviews that I've seen of people use it. The other amazing thing that we've seen are the Orion Meta glasses. And so these aren't ever coming out to the public. It's just because they are still being tested, obviously. But they are basically the AR glasses that we've been dreaming of. They are the glasses that Tony Stark wears. They literally have thin OLED panels on the inside of them that allow you to play Pong in the air in the environment that you're sitting in. So they work really well. They are obviously AR glasses. They are not coming to the public just yet, just because I think Meta is trying to do something to, make their stock jump a little bit. So I actually think their stock has surpassed last year's by a little bit or by a great margin. Not really invested into Meta, but still super cool. The other big thing are the Meta Ray-Bans. They're starting to become a really big reality, at least on TV, and I've actually seen a couple of people out in public actually wear them. They're pretty amazing with the features that they offer, especially just because they have Meta AI built into them. And so they work very well and very seamlessly with your phone. And obviously, if you're asking Meta AI questions, they work well with that because the improvements have been pretty substantial from when they first released. There were a couple of glasses that actually did get dropped. I think one of them was Snapchat's glasses. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I think Snapchat has dropped their smart glasses, if they even had any. Or I think, Snapchat's partnered with so many people that it's wild. We also said goodbye to the Pixie drone, FYI. They've had overheating batteries and stuff like that, so oh well. And the Spotify thing? Yeah, that's gone too. That Spotify CarPlay mod? Yeah, they didn't really sell enough. And they basically said, we're not going to sell anymore. If you would like a refund, please do it before January of 2025. So, yeah, pretty sad. Pretty sad to see those die. And let's talk about the automotive side. So, we did say goodbye to our company, Fisker. Basically revealed a car that was supposed to compete with, obviously, the Tesla and Rivians. It was actually a very well built car. The only thing that really stopped it was, I believe, the OS and a couple of just like bad quirky features inside the car itself. Even just like on a comfort level of you're sitting in the car and you're pressing all these buttons, but they aren't either responding or they're not doing things. So that's kind of Fisker's issue. And so Fisker has gone bankrupt. It's hard to start a company, especially an EV company, today. So that is super sad. Those cars are actually being very undervalued right now, just because of that company shutting down, which isn't really surprising to me. The other major thing was that Rivian finally has partnered a little bit with Volkswagen, and Volkswagen has invested just a little bit of their shares. Rivian's grown a lot more, launching the R3 and I believe the R4 lineup. Not fully out just yet, but they are announced, and I believe, are expected to come out in 2026 or 2027, which seems like a long ways away. So better hold on to those checks, because we also got the Tesla Cybertruck this year, which was announced 7 years ago and was promised to be out in 2020. This was actually funny because it was supposed to be promised to be like the cheap truck, but it actually ended up being like 75 to 90 grand to buy a really good one. The other thing was that the hitch on it really just stunk. Like the hitch like straight up was hooked up to plastic, and so it's just, we'll just say it's not a work truck. It's not built to do truck things, I guess you could call it. So there you go. But Tesla had an event where they finally got to showcase some of their robots, which was pretty cool. They also got to showcase their new Tesla Robotaxi, which I guess you could call it like the $25,000 Model 2, just in a Robotaxi. So it's not really that, but basically I believe they're going to be costing around 25 grand. And so they are Robotaxis that are able to pick up and drive people around. They do actually have wireless charging for the road, which is actually pretty neat when it comes to the future of EVs. The other major thing about them was that Elon wants them to come out in 2026. I don't see that ever happening, just because the Tesla Roadster hasn't even come out yet. So definitely kind of weird. The weirdest thing I saw at that event was, one, those robots were wearing shoes and they were telling some jokes, which was pretty cool, but kind of creepy. The other thing, I guess you could say that weird Tesla Cybervan, whatever it's called, the Tesla van, it literally looks like a chocolate truffle, or like a Milky Way. Like, it looks so goofy and it's so low to the ground that you just don't even know what you're looking at. So yeah, there you go. Obviously, all the Apple updates, Apple ecosystem updates. We got the M3 chips, we got the M4 chips. We saw the Apple Watch Series 10, which actually had nothing major about it, which was really sad. It literally only got thinner by 10%, and the screen got wider by like 5%. So kind of sad day for Apple, especially just in the innovative world. But I will say that they did use that M4 chip for good by putting it inside the new and smaller edition of the Mac Mini. Now, if I could give a prize to the product of the year, I actually would say the Mac Mini, just because it comes at a great price. It's very efficient from what I have seen. It's also able to do a lot that not most Macs can do. Obviously, it has Apple Intelligence. Excuse me. Sorry, Apple. Oh, goodness, I think I'm sick. So that is right. Apple Intelligence actually didn't really even come out this year. So basically, Apple launched the iPhone 16s this year. They were supposed to come with Apple Intelligence, but it took them a month to launch Apple Intelligence. Apple Intelligence isn't even fully out. The only thing that's out is notification summary and editing and adjusting texts. And I think Genmoji actually just dropped for it. But it's kind of a gimmick. I'm not going to lie. Apple Intelligence kind of makes people seem just a little bit stupid. It's also just because the notification summary actually doesn't really work. So yeah, Apple, please fix it. But that's not even the best part. It doesn't even fully launch till like March or sometime in 2025, which, whenever it does fully launch, I'll make a video saying, finally, damn Apple, come on, man. But yeah, we did see the Apple Intelligence not really do well. So yeah, there you go. Let's talk about AI. And so with AI, Obviously, we got Gemini 2.0 a couple of weeks ago. It's being tested right now. But the best cool thing about AI is that video generation has gotten so much better and so much scarier. It used to be they used to mess up the hands or the teeth or just like the little part, but now it's kind of nailing all of that, which is insane. And so yeah, we got Sora. Google is actually just now starting to launch and roll out their version of a Google video generation device. Yeah, you thought DALL-E was cool. Nah, check out Sora. Check out OpenAI's project, because my goodness, it is scary. Yeah. The last thing is probably the most innovative thing I've seen all year, and that is the Huawei Mate X-T. That thing is literally a machine. The best part about it is that it can trifold. Like, it literally trifolds. It has 3 screens. It folds out really big. I'm probably actually going to do a video about it, just because it's probably the coolest thing that has been showcased and has been released to the public. Too bad we can't really get one in the US. The United States kind of hates Huawei, sadly. But oh well, man, what a year, right? What a year. And so I guess I want to end this off with just saying thank you. In November, we actually hit our 5-year goal. And so we've been running this channel for 5 years. This year, we've actually grew by a pretty large percentage, especially just from the year before. We grew about 130%. And so I just really appreciate you guys sticking around. We got about 24,000 views. We got 500 likes. I uploaded about 77 times this year. And so I'm just really happy about it. I appreciate you guys being there and, helping out with the channel. Guys, I promise I'm not goofing around behind the camera anymore. Bro, what are you talking about? You're totally still goofing. Yeah, I know. I'm still goofing around behind the camera, y'all. I still love goofing around behind the camera. I love editing. It's really fun. It's sometimes a hassle, but one of the things I've told myself all the time is you can't film something if you're not in that mood to film something. And so that's why we are here today, because I'm in that mood. But 2025 is around the corner, guys, and so I hope to see you guys next year. Next year. That's weird. But it's been a big year, and so we got a lot more coming next year. Definitely a lot more finishing product. Apple Intelligence, yep. Definitely a lot of that. Finishing the product launch, promising the features that we've asked for, promising different products and different things. And I just appreciate you guys. I love tech. There you go. So if you guys haven't already, definitely hit the like button, but I'm not going to force you. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.